What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video. And in this video, we are back with Silence Suzuka. But in this video, we are gonna try, because it's been a while, we are gonna try to train her for Great Escape. Thankfully, I did remember, not Tanoki, Eugen mentioning it when I trained Suzuka on last Wednesday. So I'm gonna give it a shot and train Suzuka as a Great Escape this time around. Now, it's a little weird because this is the first time we're not going for 1200. But the key thing I saw was 2 power, and I thought maybe some help with inheritance. So that is pretty much my thought process for this setup. That is not the setup. This is the setup. This is not the setup, because there's not going to be a stamina card. Where's my speed card? So the one thing I'm worried about here is my guts, but at the same time, I think it will be okay because she has a growth rate in guts. So hopefully the 1 speed plus her growth rate in speed as well would help her at least reach 1700, maybe 1750 at max. And then hopefully this is enough power to hopefully push stamina to over 1000 at this point. And then we're just gonna see what we can do with this Orfev card. Still. I thought about bringing out the... Was it the Haru speed card again? I was like, you know what, let me just give it a shot again with Orfev. So that's pretty much it. This is the it's technically the same setup. I just swapped it for 2 power instead of 2 guts, which I did with Simply Rudolph. But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it for the setup. And yeah, we're just gonna go start this. But before we do jump into the training and the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, the link is down in the description below. But also, if you guys haven't joined the circle, or haven't joined a circle yet, feel free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. After that, go either to the comment section down below or to the Discord server and go to the channel that says circle request, and let me know on either or that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure that I accept you into the circle and not anyone else. Not anyone else, because we wouldn't want you to not get accepted, but some rando, right? But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it for the circle. We did get a new member over the weekend. I believe it was Banana. I think that was the name of the person. Nice and simple, Banana. I did see it also in the Discord server, so also Banana, welcome to the Discord server. Maybe we'll see you down here in the comment section, maybe. But let's just start it off like that, and with the comments, I'm loading them up. And there we go. So the first comments are going to be from Nova. They be releasing Vivlos cards left and right. Maybe I can get a Vivlos deck in the future for every stat? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is possible for any character, because they're most likely possibly going to have at least 2 in the future for like SR cards, and then, or maybe more, depending on the character, I guess. And I'm pretty sure, let's see if we could find, well, I don't know, because Nishino Flower has 2 power, which is 1 SR and 1 SSR, but she does have a speed and wise also. So maybe it is a possibility later on, because there's a good amount of Umas, so they have a good amount to pick and choose from. They have a lot to pick and choose from. One simple reason for wanting that Marzensky speed card, give me a sec, is that I want to use it as a runner speed card. I got all the bases covered with Bivlos, Pasa, and Still in Love. I might not need another speed card for a while. That is true. You've been rolling with the speed cards, or you've just been pulling all the speed cards since El Condor Pasa, at least. What do I want here? Press for medium distance, though. Oh, they're both for medium distance. I think I'll just go for the skill points. Oh wait, I already read that. I already read that. Trickstar is pretty simple to use, all things considered. Yes, it's just pretty much a burn deck. Albeit it feels slow with, but Sky Shocker probably requires the most time in one turn right now. I think competitive is mostly for collecting rocks to pull. I'll be honest, I did the login Master Duel and I was just like, what am I doing? I didn't even do a single duel. I just looked at what I had. I think I used like 3,000 of the jewels or whatever. Open packs, and then I was like, well, now what? Dude. And then I went to go see if I wanted to do it. I was like, nah. I'm good. I'm good. When it comes to OG, I want to build a Yubel and Elemental Heroes deck in the future. Well, it's funny you say Yubel because one of the top meta decks today is the Yubel deck. Not pure Yubel, because obviously you gotta have some kind of engine. Although I think it recently won like a week or two ago too. So for me, it's not an elemental hero deck, it's a heroes deck. So we'll have the vision heroes, the blanking out like malicious and all that. Yeah, just all the different kinds of heroes. Do I want to make a pure elemental hero deck? I haven't thought about it. I've always just had it as a mixed hero deck, not a pure like elemental hero or anything like that. Destiny hero malicious. I totally forgot. I guess we can go here. But yeah, I just really like that. But if that was the GX era, if we're talking about OG, it's just the usual. It's just gonna be the usual with Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and then Exodia. Since Exodia got a support not so long ago, literally like a month or 2 months at this point. Red Eyes, I'm kind of like, it's all right. I wouldn't mind, but the amount of support, it's not really there. Even though they've made a ton of support for both Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, they still aren't considered meta. If the rogue at most, but even I think even then you still can't run most of the time pure decks. A lot of them will just be like Yubel with like the Fiendsmith engine, or you know, Something like that. I don't quote on me because I I recently just started coming back, but with the knowledge I know and with what I've heard and saw recently, yeah. But I will still be making a Blue Eyes deck in the future because of the future support. Dark Magician, I still have where it was like maybe 2 years ago. So I still pretty much, if anything, have like half the deck, hopefully. And just have to fix the other half somehow. There was an anime in watched called Card Fight Vanguard. I think I've seen it. Um, Popped up here and there. I've heard of the series, I just never seen it or like really seen the TCG at the same time. Another TCG where you don't have life points, but once you have been dealt 6 damage, you lose. I find the concept interesting, so I did look up the game for it. And they have a Steam version for $48. Kinda not cheap, but it might be worth a shot. $48. I don't know if I can. It depends. For me, it depends if the game is still like the TCG is still like popping. If it's not $48, it's kind of. Although it is the game, so it could be it's two different things, I guess. When I went to watch the Avengers Endgame, there was a huge bald guy in the front row wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. I got paranoid thinking that this might be my last moment on Earth before the guy snaps. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, ever since after Endgame, I haven't like been into like the whole Marvel thing. Basically, ever since they went into TV shows, basically. Like even with the current Spider-Man series, the Homecoming, No Way Home, and I don't know whatever the third one's called. I haven't seen the second or third one. I haven't seen the second or third one. Or I just haven't really been through the movies in general for a while. Couple years, maybe more. No, a couple years. Oh, shoo, we don't need to be psychic to know who those 3 Umas are. I mean, I did say, like, maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, maybe, that I didn't really necessarily didn't like Tiamat, bro. Especially after Road to the Top. But do I like her? No. Is she still in the bottom? Somewhere in the bottom. Most likely still in the bottom 3 because I should rest here. I ain't risking 28%, but yeah. Gold Chip is fine in my book. I'm not saying she's not fine. Like, she's cool. She's cool. It's just sometimes she'd be a little goofy in a good way. In a good way. I mean, although she did explain why she started acting differently in season 3 when she was, not contemplating, when she made a decision. So yeah, and she was explaining Nikita. So it's totally understandable. But yeah, I'll take Gold Chip's goofiness over Sounds of Earth in general, as a whole, or over Measurable Right. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. Saving Uma Ryan, please, Games redesign is needed. I don't even know what led them to that design. I understand multiple Umas, so you try to make it different. But that was the wrong move for Ryan. That was the wrong move for Ryan. It's nice to have and must pull, but must pull criteria fall under basically the Uma design. If Donna was a mid-tier Uma, I'd still pull for her regardless. Same. Same. Nice to have is like Machan or Oko Harumai. They're nice to have in my book, but not a must. Comparatively speaking, though, you pulled 4 times more than I did this year. Did I now? Well, that would... How much did I count down last video? Because if that's the case, that means you didn't pull as much. So that's going to be the main difference here. That's going to be the main difference. Bottom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that would mean you only pulled twice for Umas this year. Which would explain your jewels. Which would explain your jewels. Yeah, because I only pulled 6. If I did 4, then geez. I guess it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Out of all of those, though, I did only miss 2? 2? That would be North Flight and Dream Journey. Which I guess, if you think about it, those could have been something else if I didn't pull for them. But it's alright. It's alright. I made a decision to pull because it's what I wanted to pull at the time. So can't really you can't really regret it. Although technically Call Sunlight did make up for Dream Journey. So technically the only bad thing that happened throughout that was the North Flight one. So there we go. But it's cool. It's cool. Also, I was gone for a month in March, so I had no idea what you did back then. March. I was just basically the after, or I guess technically still the anniversary, the month of the anniversary ish, because it was the end of February, so technically I guess the month of. Do I want to go for the 16%? No, I do not. No, I do not. March. I didn't do anything in March. That was the Ballroom Ruby, which I skipped on. Or the Ballroom Banner, and the UAF winning ticket. So I didn't pull anything there. I didn't pull anything until like May. Just for your information. Mr. Who thinks I pulled for like every character this whole year so far. In my defense, I don't go off banner Umas. I always get the rate up Uma. It's pretty much just that you get the off rates more than me. That is true. Well, Vivlos wasn't an event banner, so. Oh, off banner. Well, yeah. Because they just like to give it to you. I mean, I'd rather take the 40 pulls and get one character than going all the way for multiple characters, especially at this point. Especially at this point. Like, I get it. Like, Yujun would be like, you're lucky for getting these other characters, even if it's a dupe or all that. But it's like, but how far am I gonna go? Even with these multiple pulls. That's the real question. And those multiple pulls would only be worth it for me, in my opinion, if it was a character that I did think about pulling in the past, or had wanted in the past, such as Katsuragi Ace or the Festival Teo. Shoot, I'd even take Daichi Ruby. But if it's a character I don't necessarily care about, then it's like, do I really care if it's lucky or not? If it's considered lucky or not? So I don't know. That's a Nova Supreme King Lucky Mustard to you. Only if you stop trying to hand it off so easily. Only if you try to stop handing up. Try to stop handing off your crown so easily, then sure. Then sure. Otherwise, you're just gonna be normal King Lucky Mustard. Denial is part of the game, Shushu. I'm a politics major. Well, I'm gonna let you be in denial, but I'm still gonna let you know. I'm still gonna let you know. You can be in denial all you want. I'm still here to let you know. Also, I didn't know you want Chocobon. Mihono Bourbon's in my top 10. You're gonna think I don't want Chocobon. This whole time, I didn't even change it. She has been in my top 10. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't want her. I would have been trading her instead of the normal Mihono Bourbon. I did say that too when I started trading the normal Mihono Bourbon. The PS5 Pro is a freaking scam. $700 for no disc support and a slight increase in graphics. Man, I'm just gonna wait for the PS9 then. That should be significantly better than PS6. Yeah, when I saw that it was 700 for the PS5 Pro, I was like, there's literally basically hardly any difference, in my opinion, when it comes to the Pro and the normal version. Usually, to me, it would just be the design. Usually, it's a smaller design with maybe some new little stuff besides some increase in graphics, because it's it's not that big of a jump in technology since it's been released. At least that's what I think. Because obviously, if they did, then they would probably just want a new gen console again. Although it's too short because they usually do it within like 8 to 10 years, which it's been like almost 5 or 4 for the PS5 and the Xbox Series. Normally I wouldn't mind the Pro, but $700, that ain't it. That ain't it. I'll just if I was to buy a PS5, I'll just buy a new one, as in a new one of the original design. I ain't gonna deal with no Pro if that's gonna be the price. But at the same time, I just save that 700 and just wait for the PS6. Man, by the time the PS9 comes out, you're looking at like 24 to 30 years later down the line. That ain't gonna be worth the wait. That ain't gonna be worth the wait. You're better just not waiting at all and just sticking to what you have if you're gonna wait that long for a PlayStation. I mean, at this point, shoot, the PS9 is gonna, not even the PS9, maybe even the PS7 is gonna cost as much as a $2,000 gaming PC. At that point, if they're gonna keep raising the price that high, people will probably eventually just go into PC gaming, and that was totally screw over PlayStation and Xbox if people come into the realization that you can do the same crap in PC but more. But at the same time, I don't think it'll happen only because of the fanboys who loves the consoles and all that. So maybe not. Nuts had responded saying, yeah, the PS5 Pro doesn't seem worth it. I'll just stick to my PS5 Slim. Oh, hell yeah. I would rather just go with the Slim. Because usually, even before, like, the Slim was considered the upgrade because it was smaller design and all that. Then there will be like a Pro or something, a better version with all the updated technology at that time. But it'll be the console release closest to their new gen, which would probably be, I don't know, maybe they'll decide to go with a Slim Pro, and then they'll decide to go for the PS6 after that. Because they literally have maybe like 2-3 years to milk the PS5 Pro, and then go for the PS5 Slim Pro. At least that's what I think. They'll try to find a way to make a Slim Pro, and then that'll be the last one. Maybe. And the only ones crazy enough to go for it are the people who love to upgrade their consoles, like their cell phones. So, it is what it is. And lastly, from Nova, today's PSA and on FOMO. My white, balding online friend from Ohio got wrecked in Princess Connect. I did mention that we had the ReZero collab with Summer Rem and Summer Kidna. That we had the ReZero collab with Summer... Oh, wait, I just literally reread the same thing. He basically caved to FOMO and went to pity twice. There goes 60k rocks, and now he's a broken man. He said it was worth it since they are kind of meta, but I think it's the FOMO that got to him. Well, it depends. It depends. If he cares, or if he has some kind of care for the series, then I guess it's okay. If he doesn't, then it is what it is. Like, currently there is a collab. Oh, I guess I should probably finish. Just comment first. As for me, I never cared about meta or anything like that. I just wanted the character, so I went to pity. Very lucky. Huh, Shushu? No. I feel like that was a jab to all of us who went to pity, huh? 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 Is that a jab from the guy who never goes to pity? You know, going to pity in another game that no one else really plays here doesn't necessarily have any effect on us, so. But I will say it is not lucky to go to pity. But the question is, did you go to pity by choice because you decided to, or did you had to go to pity? It's the two main differences there. Going to pity to get it by choice is different from going to pity because you had to. Like, if you're dead set and ready to go to pity for a character, then unfortunately you were still very unlucky. But this is only if you're going for one pull, just like Pretty Derby. If you were going for multiple pulls, then I'll start questioning it. Because then obviously going to pity would probably be the best. Plus, I don't really necessarily remember the whole pity thing there. But let's see. Look, when you're 6 years beyond on the gacha and you tend to feel nothing when other people say, oh, use this character, you tend to just feel nothing. Oh, wait. That is limited and then I don't have it. If I was easily affected by FOMO, I'd never pick up Princess Connect in the first place. I did see that failed training, so I just wanted to give it a shot. I didn't really necessarily notice that we were gonna be summer training because I was responding to comments, but we could say this is more or less a test for Great Escape to see if we can get the stamina. So far, we're about halfway, so I guess maybe we can. Maybe. In In the end, I only lost 30k and the other dude lost 60k. For the first time, I came out on top in terms of rock count when compared to his, so I think that's my sense of accomplishment. What are y'all's take on FOMO, and have you consulted your FOMO doctor on a cure or prescription? I don't know, it's 30k? I don't know how much you have in that game, so 30k might not even be that much to you. Just like how 30k isn't technically much to you in Pretty Derby because you're based, what, 3 pities in at this point? Or going into 3 pities in? So, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to, if it was me, with only 30k, like I did going into, almost 30k going into the anniversary for Pretty Derby, and that'll be a different story, because, you know, that's all I had. But if you had more than 30k, then more or less, it all depends on you if you went for it. But on me being honest, going to pity is never fun, especially if you're only going for a singular copy. That's why I asked, was it just one copy or was it multiple copies? For both of them. I'm assuming only one, because I totally forgot everything about Princess Connect, the game at least. I totally forgot about it. So all I know is you went to pity. Honestly, that sucks. But but would you call this one of the games where more or less you care about it? About your pulls generally. But judging from the way it sounds, 6 years behind on a gacha, you tend to feel nothing. I'd say it doesn't matter as much as you're trying to make it sound like, right? The whole very lucky thing. The whole very lucky thing is kind of feels like a jab. Especially to me, because you specifically said me. But anyways, I did say honestly, going to pity's never lucky, but at the same time, if it's one of those games where you don't necessarily care about, then it's kind of hard for me to feel bad for you going to pity for a game where you don't necessarily care. So at least that's the vibe I'm getting, because you don't care what people say. I mean, I don't care what people say, even for like the current games, or like Star Rail and all that, and they're all about the power creep. I'm just there for my one team that I love so far, because they keep giving me characters to add to it, so I'm just like, sure, I'll do that. But no, it is not lucky. None of your very luckiness. But other than that, that is pretty much all the comments from Nova. So thank you for all the comments, Nova. And who else replied? Nova's comments, Nuz and Eugen, I believe? Or was it just Nuz? I was just Nuz. Okay. Thank you, Nuz, for the reply to Eugen's comment. Not I'm jumbling all your names around to Nova's comment. The next comments are going to be from Tanoki. The next 2 comments, to be more specific. I keep checking it, but I keep forgetting that I already did it. Oh, wait, I didn't answer the whole FOMO thing. I don't necessarily care. It's like I said in what I've been saying for Uma. Just pull for whatever you want to pull. Regardless of what people say. I stand by that. I still do. So that's my take. There's no sense of feeling of missing out. Yes, I said the whole thing. There's no sense of FOMO or anything like that. If you just decide when you want to pull. If it's a collab, all you simply need to decide is whether or not you want to pull for it. Or think about what if you have some care for the series or anything like that. If you don't, then simply don't pull. If you feel like pulling, that's all on you. You made the decision down the line to pull for the banner, whether you really wanted to or not, and you just gotta accept the outcome of it because you made that decision. Just like for me, currently in the 7 Deadly Sins game, there has been the Overlord collab. Me, have I seen Overlord? Honestly speaking, no, I haven't. Do I know bits and pieces about it from what I've seen and heard? Yes, that's it. Did I pull for the banner? I did. I did. But this is one of those games where I don't necessarily care about. In this game, in 7 Deadly Sins, I've pulled in nearly every collab banner, whether I've seen the series or not. I actually don't know if there's any other collabs besides Overlord in that game that of a series that I didn't watch or anything like that. I'm not sure. But for certain, the two big ones that I do know besides Overlord that I did pull for was Attack on Titan and Rising of the Shield Hero. And I did pull. I think the other ones were like King of Fighters. Don't necessarily care about it too much, but I do know of it. After that I think there was the Slimy Sakai collab. That was another one. So yeah, I think I'd have pulled in every collab. I think if not, I probably missed like 1 or 2. Do I care? I don't even think I got the. I think I got 1 out of the 2 or none of the 2 new character collabs. Am I pulling still? Yeah. Do I care at the end of the day? No. So yeah, I'm pretty much. This is I guess, one of my comparison games, I guess, to like your Princess Connect, where I don't necessarily care. But it's still one of those games where I do log in daily to do stuff. But do I care about the banners I necessarily pull for or the outcome? Just like all the other games that I play, the outcome, no. Maybe if it was like Star Rail and all that, I will have that sense of caring because it's more on the games that I care about. But since it's more towards on the bottom half, then it's kind of hard for me to care about going to pity because I'm in that game also for that banner. I am also 1 away from pity, 1 pull away from pity, which I'll get most likely tonight because of the reset of the PvP. So they'll give us gems. So I have 1 more pull to do, and whatever happens, happens. Well, I'll be able to pick. So if I did get one of the characters, then I'll be able to get the collab characters. I like the new ones. I don't know if I got the others from the past, but yeah. I don't necessarily care about missing out. If I did, then I wouldn't have been on and off with games. That's just the simple truth. If I had FOMO, I would be playing like 20 plus games. Like seriously. So yeah. That's just me. I think it would have been obvious that I don't necessarily care about it because you've seen the way I pull. You've seen the way I pull, so never been a problem. Never been a problem. Especially being free to play. It's kind of, if you get FOMO in gacha games and you don't save, that's a bad combination to have. That is a bad combination. To have FOMO in gacha games as a free-to-play player and you don't hoard, good luck. Good Frickin' luck. You're gonna go mad. You're gonna go mad. You know, that person probably has quit every gacha game if that exists. But other than that, I did see we were going over to Tanoki's comments, so here we are. Tanoki's comments. First one says, might just try for Suzuka as well for the CM. Go for it. I might actually try more of this setup off camera, as I felt like this was a bad RNG run, at least in my opinion. A lot of the rainbow trainings were like just in the 20s. At least from what I noticed. I did see a few 40s and 50s. But still, I feel like I didn't get much of the rainbow trainings that I wanted and all that. But we think we still have time. So will the stats catch up? I don't know. I already messed up earlier with the failed training earlier. So yeah. I'm gonna have to try and get a better run out of it. Although I just never had a good success with Great Escape, so that's another thing that I have in mind. So yeah. Ooh, I should just rest because, yeah. Had good luck with my CM parents, so I'm done more or less. League of Heroes drawing close, so time to make moves to making League of Heroes Umas. After that, UD6 Ruby, super excited to train now. Well, I'm just hoping that I can get some decent Umas for myself by then. I will say that last week was a slow week for me in terms of just everything in general because of, you know, recovering from getting sick and all that. Right now, just like on Friday, I just get a cough here and there. Once in a while, it'll get a little bad, but no, for the most part, I'm good. For the most part, I will cough here once in a while, but other than that, I'm good. But hopefully, I do come up with some kind of decent Umas in the future. And just like before, if the whole Great Escape thing, if I feel like the whole Great Escape thing is not going to work, I'm just going to go back to normal Escape. But thank you, Tanoki, for the comments. Next one is going to be from Eugen. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Way back before, but I haven't done something like a one-turn kill, just like what you see in the anime. Though there's fun making good combos, but yeah, it feels like boring or no fun playing one-turn kill your opponent. On the bright side of one-turn kills, depending, well, I guess when you decide to do it, quicker matches, so more matches to have between you and your friend if you're just doing casual duels, I guess. It would be nice if it's a battle or counter attack or something, but yeah, or you were not able to do anything except looking at your hand. That's sad. That's sad. Well, that's why just hope that you don't brick or hope for the best. I mean, obviously, you build your deck around so you can respond to combos and all that, but if you don't have any response, then that's just a sad part. That's just how the decks are. Well, I'm still with card games because I don't have good memory unless you were playing most of the time, and for me to enjoy it, you must be familiar with all the cards released and know their effects. I hate reading and learning their effects the first time. I see it from my opponents because it takes time because, you know, me. It's not me just enjoying it, but if I'm serious, to know every nook and cranny to learn every nook and cranny of the game to learn it. That's why I only focus on 2 to 5 games unless it's a game I'm not much interested on it. That somehow flows to pity like a flows to play like a no-brainer. There are a lot of games like that though. Even if you do take it seriously, you can still just autopilot a game. I will say, going back into it, relearning my decks was, at least the decks I was reusing or rebuilding again, was probably like a 1-2 dual learning process. For the newer ones that I made, it's still getting a hand of it. So regardless, I think the learning process is also kind of the fun part, especially if you're learning an archetype or using a deck you haven't used before. I think that's the fun part of it as well. But also, yeah, learning all these effects and all that, remembering them, it's a pain, but it is part of the game. It is a part of the game. A grown man looks at Shushu, then suddenly screams. Looks at Shushu again. Well, I'll be frightened as well. Chucky's not scary, I guess, but when you look at it, I can say that it feels unsettling to look at. Well, with his face, yeah, but at most, unsettling. But although that's why I said, as a kid, I understand, because obviously it's a stuffed doll, or it's just a doll. And as kids, playing with stuffed animals and dolls and all that, it's understandable. But I just can't. It's just Chucky to me. Especially, you know, like growing up. I would think there would be a way to get over said Chucky doll, because it's just Chucky. And then, you know, maybe it transfers into like mannequins, because mannequins, especially at night, they do look freaky. They do look freaky. A doll, I don't know. I just never really got freaked out by Chucky, so that's my fault, I guess, for not... I guess that's not my fault, but I guess fortunately for myself, I guess. But I guess you can also thank my mom for that, or my parents for that, because they unintentionally got me into the horror genre. I guess. The dude having a dislike for glasses, I'm thinking there might be an untold story from it. Maybe. Maybe. Or it could just been one of those things where you just didn't like from the beginning and just they never really had a reason. I agree with Shushu, similar for the dislike is the voice, and for Measure Orion, it's really bad hair design. They could have made it similar to Biko Pegasus, which is much better. They could have released the Valentine's version to at least reduce the dislike. It's too late for Ryan. Just like Global, it's too late for Ryan. That's all I gotta say. So thank you, Eugen, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is from Ren. This event with the suitcase thing at the bottom. You got a lot of coins from it, so now I have 1,000,000 gold. Feel like I haven't had that before. If you were constantly rebuilding, I'm building Umas, then yeah, you probably most likely haven't. Oh, I thought we were already at the Uro finals. I guess not. Training Suzuka while watching you. Copied everything you did and see what happens. Except for the 2 guts, I want to see what happens. Gonna go with 2 power instead. Which I did this one. 3k gems save, which I had 2k Jane. Okay. Watch the special program for Zenless Zone 0, and I'm super excited. And Nova beat me to the punch for first like I was the second like for the first like. Are you sure? I meant American Horse is trained by us Americans. Well, that would have to be a whole side series then, because you're taking away from the main aspect of the series being in Japan. Either that, or if they wanted to do that, then they could have made a side series for like Suzuka when she was in America then. And it would have just been solely focused on Suzuka's progress in America. Although that would have been that would have been original story for the anime, because we know what happened to the real Suzuka. And I don't need to explain it to you guys if you've seen the anime, especially if you've seen season 1. So yeah. Especially if you've seen season 1. There's no need for me to explain it. Because I already did explain it before. French Uma is different from the one in the anime. The one in the story in the game is completely different. I don't remember her name. In the story and game. But I believe the one in the anime's name was... Oh, not Boye, it's Broye. You're missing a letter, but thanks to you, I did remember it. You were close. Thank you for reminding me. Isekai? I reincarnated into a horse girl? It could be in the works already. It could be in the works already. You never know. We're all the main characters. Shushu's the lead and has all of us. Now, horse girls. That's kind of weird to say. That is kind of weird to say. Ren, that is weird of you, because... pretty sure everyone else besides you is a dude. So you're weird. That's all I'm gonna say. You're weird. You're weird. Nope, I did not. I refuse. Your comment, that part of your comment gets instant refusal. Nope. Denial. I don't approve of it. And that's probably the first time I did not approve one of your comments. I don't approve of it. Tried to get into Shadowverse, but I don't know what happened. I just, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Much anyway, so that's why. No idea. Two completely different games. Two completely different games. I would say if you did play Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe the interest of Shadowverse would have been better. Or any other TCG would be better. But it's two different games. Especially, you can't just walk up to a pure Yu-Gi-Oh! Player and just show them Shadowverse and they'd probably be like, eh. They'd probably be like, eh. Which for me, it's kind of just I don't know. The only thing that literally has drawn me into Shadowverse was Pretty Derby collab, so I don't know. Also, why not Great Escape Suzuka? I don't think I had to explain why. Do you remember my past Great Escape attempts? Have I tried? All the times I've tried Great Escape and it all didn't work out? There's your answer. I didn't have to explain it, to be honest. I didn't have to explain it, because if you just think about what happened in the past, then obviously I am not confident in training Great Escape. Because it's never happened. And plus, match that with me not being able to get a UD in the scenario, then yeah, there's all the explanation you need. I saw a short about them blaming MiHoYo for Blue Protocol. Yeah, that's literally what I said. That's literally what I said in response to when Nova mentioned it. Speaking of anime, I have to watch more. Been lacking. We all have our random peers, like I did. I tried Happy Super Life, but I couldn't do it. It was really, really weird. Basically, the main character likes this little girl. I'm already sus. Because the fact that you said little girl makes me think that the main character is not of age. Of the same age. This MC is also a yandere, so yeah. Male yandere? Or is this a Yuri anime? I don't know. Let me just go move on with the with the thing and see if we'll get more details. She apparently used to fool around with the boys around school, and prior, she apparently didn't know what love was. Then we have another character that's literally drooling over said little girl. I still don't get it. Also, I finally made it in my pre-cure journey to Pretty Cute Splash Star, and I finished those 96 episodes to get there. I'd never seen anything about that, so I don't know. And why I said Ham is because his name starts with Ham. Oh. Day 46 of asking random question. Yandere or tsundere? I'll take tsundere any day. There's something about tsundere where I think it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. Personally, I really like the TV mode. I think it's a cool new feature. I didn't mind it either. I didn't mind it either. People just hating, just like always. Honestly, I don't play many horror games because I be getting scared though. Other times, I don't get scared. I think the last horror game I played was Sarah is Missing. Oh! I think I've seen this on... I don't know if I've seen this on Steam, but I feel like I've seen a video of this. It looks similar. Oh, it's a simulacra. Yeah, I've seen this. Eh. The thing about like indie horror games and all that, a lot's gonna be hit and miss. That's just a reality. I played a lot of indie horror games. A lot of them, you can tell by the look of my face. A lot of them were alright. A lot of them had cheap jump scares, which would be expected for an indie horror game. But though there were those very few, or a good handful amount, where they stand out amongst the rest, where they decided to be different, not just use deep jump scares, don't just use loud sounds and all that, actually make the game scary. I would say scary in their own way. And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I'm gonna scare you straight up in your face. It could just be the whole atmosphere, because if anything, atmosphere will scare me more than actual jump scares, because it'll make me feel uneasy going through the game. And that's like one of the things I do enjoy, because that's the whole point of a horror game, is to get that feeling of uneasiness, and you know, the adrenaline and all that. If you're just walking through it and all that, you know they did something wrong with the game, for at least for you personally, or for me personally. So yeah, I bet you never watched Scary Movie, like the funny one, like the parody. Oh no, I love it. Scary Movie 3 was the best. Scary Movie 3 was the best if we're talking about, like I said, the parody movie. Right? Scary Movie 3. Was it this one? I think it was this one. I don't exactly remember because I haven't watched any of the Scary Movie movies. Scary Movie comedy parody movies, just to be more specific, for those who are probably confused. Or when was the last one? I need to know when the last one was. Last Scary movie. Scary Movie 5 in 2013. Yeah, there could be some people. Some. A small amount. Who could be too young to even know about the Scary Movie series. If we're talking about the comedy parody series. But if we're talking about a scary movie, I don't know, that's wrong. Because obviously I've seen a scary movie. Thanks for the video. I'll tell you what happens with my Suzuka's training. Random word of the day. Glasses Sama. Get well soon. Thank you, thank you. And lastly, we have one comment from Rick. Yesterday I woke up late and after lunch had to do errands with my dad the whole day, so came back just to log in and do one run. Hey, sometimes it be like that where you just do one run in a day. Well, unless you're Nova, then that's just a daily standard for you. Well, I guess for me sometimes, because I do sometimes just end up doing one run because I end up busy during the day. And I end up focusing on the other games instead. But for the most part, I do 2, sometimes 3 in a day. And that is pretty much it for all the comments. So that is... yeah, that's all from the comments. But let me refresh just to make sure. Yeah. So thank you for all the comments, Tanoki, Rick, Ren, Eugen, Nova. Is that all? And Tanoki. Wait, let me just... Tanoki, Rick, Ren, Eugen, and Nova. Right? That's it. That's it. Yeah. Thank you all for the comments. And I guess Nuz were replying to one of the comments. Unless your comment got held for review. But with that being said, we did end up with 1539 on speed, 1006 on stamina. I just realized something. I don't have any gold skill or recovery skills. I don't think any of my cards have any of that. So I think I would have to grab corner recovery, straight recovery, and heck, maybe even... I don't know. I don't think I can get anything after that. Huh, that's interesting. But anyways, we ended off with 1539 speed, 1006 stamina, 1485 power, 1039 guts, and 1094 wise. Honestly, look, if you look at my stats, it's not bad. If I had like 2-3 more guts training, it would have made it. And then if I had like 2-3, maybe 3 on wise, it could have made it. Maybe more, because obviously this is the result. So maybe, yeah, I will need a little bit more than what I just said, but it's pretty close. So I am gonna try this more. And we didn't even get an S on mile distance, so regardless, it wasn't gonna work out anyway. So let's do this and that. And see what we got. It's probably if it's a UE, probably a low UE, because we did get 15 and 14, but I'm pretty sure it's a UF. Oh, I said pretty sure. I am wrong. And that's probably because of my speed and power. I ain't gonna waste 30 on that. It's alright. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys did over the weekend, how you guys are for your preparation for the League of Heroes, what you guys thought of the Silence Suzuka run for my first Great Escape attempt of the new scenario, or the recent scenario at least, because I didn't do any Great Escape training at all for the scenario. Also, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, the link is down in the description down below. If you guys haven't joined a circle, or you guys are looking for a circle to join, feel free to join the circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you sent a request. And then after that, go to the Discord server and go to the circle request channel, or go back to the comment section and let me know that you sent a request on either or, and let me know that you And let me know what your in-game name is, just so I know who's who, and just to make sure that I pick you into the circle rather than someone else. But with that being said, guys, if there's anything else you do want to talk about down in the comment section, let me know down comment section. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And with that being said, guys, thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.